Hello everyone and welcome to this presentation. My name is Aphrodite Dagia. I'm part of the support team here in Trimble, and today I'm going to talk about the improved feature and settings in drawings that are available on Tekla Structures version 2020. Beginning with the performance of the drawings has been improved in Tekla Structures 2020. The improvements affect drawing opening time, zoom performance, pan performance, meaning dragging the drawing from one end of the screen to another, and drawing editing, when you add marks, text, lines, and moving views. Beginning with the Document Manager was introduced back on version 2018i and has fully replaced the drawing list and any related commands. So if we go ahead and focus on the functionalities on this new user interface, as we can see now in the Document Manager, in addition to showing you all the native drawings, we can now bring in any documents that we want to reference within our project. We can bring in PDFs, NC files, DWGs, and we can include any other documents in addition to drawings. Also, in the Document Manager, we have the ability to drag and drop columns and position them wherever we want. And we also have the ability to freeze a column if we want. To do that, we can just simply select the drawing, right-click and select freeze from the list and then click on. We also have the ability to lock a drawing. We can indicate that the drawing is not available for editing by locking it. When a drawing is locked, it cannot be accidentally modified. The geometry of the locked drawing still changes though when the model changes, and Tekla Structures flags locked drawings for update if the model changes. As you can see, to lock a drawing in the Document Manager, we can select the drawing that we want to lock, and then we will have to click lock next to the selected drawings and click on. The locked by column indicates who has locked the drawing. If we have logged into our Trimble identity, your account name is shown. We also have the ability to use the Control and Shift keys in the Document Manager. So let's say that I want to see only the assembly drawings that are out of date. To do that, we can just simply select the assembly drawings, and if we hold down the Control key and then click out of date drawings, we can now see all the drawings only the assembly drawings that are out of date. In Tekla Structures 2020, if you open up the Document Manager, you may notice this new icon called Show Drawing Views in the model for selecting drawings. You can now show the drawing views of the selected drawings in any of the open model views to get a clearer understanding of exactly where a drawing view is located in the 3D model, the view direction, and the 3D extents of that view. With this new button, you can make adjustments using the Direct Modification button. You can modify the drawing views in the model and then save your changes to the drawings. So as you can see, we have selected the drawings in the Document Manager. Then we have clicked on that button, and as you can see, the drawing views are now visible and editable within the model. As I click that on, you can see that Tekla draws a boundary box around each view, displaying also the name of the drawing view. Also, as we have mentioned, we can use the Direct Modification and we can drag the drawing view edges, corners or faces, or the view plane edges. To show the Direct Modification handles, and dimensions of a drawing view, we can just simply select the drawing view. As you can see, Tekla Structures shows the view width and height and depth above and below the view plane. What we can also see is that we have these arrows which are indicating the direction that the view was cut. The direction of the selected drawing view is shown on the 4 edges of the view plane. A new feature that has been added is this new contextual toolbar that is showing up. So let's go ahead and see some of the settings that are available here. So if we click at this drop-down list, this will give us a list of all the view sections or details that are shown on the drawing. So to select a drawing view in the model, we can click the drawing view in the model view or select it from the list on the contextual toolbar. When we select the drawing view, all other drawing views are hidden in the model. What we can also do using this new contextual toolbar is that we can create clip planes. So if we go below the drop-down list and if we click on the box called Clipping Around Selected View Bounding Box on and off, Tekla Structures creates 6 clip planes that are aligned with the drawing view extents. The selected drawing view is isolated and highlighted, and the rest of the model is hidden. So as we can see, if we click that on, Tekla Structures then, it will remove everything from the model except for what is showing in that specific view. On the contextual toolbar, we also have the ability to emphasize objects intersecting the view bounding box. What it does is that every object that roughly intersects the drawing view is colored red, and every object that roughly does not intersect is made semi-transparent. Sometimes it can be difficult within the model to see exactly what the view looks like in the drawing. So what we've done is that we've added this new button called Display Selected View as New Model View. This creates a new temporary model view based on the properties of the current model view and sets the camera direction of the new model view to match the camera direction of the selected drawing view. What we can also do using the new contextual toolbar is that we can reverse the drawing view camera direction. So if we click on that icon, you can see that this has changed. The direction of the selected drawing views is shown by open arrows on the 4 edges of the view plane. We can save any drawing view changes to the drawings. On the toolbar, we can click Update Drawings or click the middle mouse button. Drawing view changes are only saved when you click the Update Drawing button or the middle mouse button. We can edit a drawing view, then select a different drawing view in the model and edit that, and keep going and then click Update Drawing. We can also discard any drawing view changes. On the toolbar again, we can just simply click that button called Discard Changes. Any drawing view changes that have not been saved are discarded. We can also stop showing drawing views in the model if we simply press Escape or if we right-click and select Interrupt. If we have made changes but we have not saved them, we are asked to save the changes or discard them. Version control is also available in all drawing types. You can now list different versions of the same drawing, show the snapshots, and change the current drawing version. You can also list drawing versions in other models and deleted drawing versions that are no longer available in Document Manager. You can also open a deleted GA drawing as a new drawing. This new feature gives user an additional security for your own, and it's really useful when you want to revert to an older version of a drawing for some reason. To list the different versions of a drawing in the current model, in the document manager, just select a drawing from the list and click the Join Versions button at the bottom. In this dialog box, you can now select an older version of the drawing, as you can see. You can double click on a row to open it. Now, if you want to change the current version of the drawing, just when you close the drawing, you're asked if you want to keep the changes to the drawing and click yes. Let's have a look. These are only some of the many new functionalities that were introduced in the document manager. If you want more information on these new features are very well documented in Tekla User Assistance, and we encourage you to go there and have a look. To produce finalized drawings, you will need to include a lot of information such as lists and tables, but you will also need to specify the paper size, scale, and perhaps the types of frames you want to use. The layout defines which tables are included in the drawing frame, the drawing views, the templates, and the table layout, and connects the set of table layouts and the set of drawing sizes. In Tekla Structures, you can define a drawing layout, but you can also use the layout editor for customizing layouts directly, quickly, and easily. In Tekla Structures 2019i, to create a layout for your drawing, you had to go on the Drawings and Reports tab, click on Drawing Properties, select then the Drawing Layout Editor, select a layout from the list, and then you had to click on Table Layout, which would bring up a new dialog box where you can select the drawing sizes. Then you had to click on Tables, where you can select the available tables from the list. This command is no longer available in Tekla Structures 2020, and Tekla Structures introduces the new and improved layout editor, where all changes you make are shown in real time. So let's go and have a look at how this works. To access the drawing layout editor in Tekla Structures 2020, you can go to File, Editors, and click on Drawing Layout Editor. You can also access it through the ribbon menu in the modeling mode if you go to Drawings and Reports tab, Drawing Properties, and then click on Drawing Layout Editor. You can also access it through the Quick Launch if you type Drawing Layout in the Quick Launch box and select Drawing Layout Editor from the list. This is what the new layout editor looks like. Now, to create a new drawing layout on the layout editor ribbon, click Create Layout. Then we have to change the name of the new drawing layout and select the initial drawing size. Please bear in mind that the drawing layout name can contain a maximum of 63 characters. Please also note that you can apply the layout to additional drawing sizes later. So let's go ahead and change that to New Drawing Layout Test and select A3 as a drawing size. Then click Create. In the Layout Editor side pane, select which drawing types the new layout applies to. So let's go ahead and change that and choose a single part drawing, assembly drawing, and GA drawing. To save the drawing layout, click Save As on the Layout Editor ribbon. In the Save Layout dialog box, type a name for the drawing layout in the Save Layout with a Name box. Then click Save. The drawing layout is saved in the attributes folder under the model folder as a .lay file. Please bear in mind that the .lay files are not compatible with the drawing layout tool or the layout editor that were available in previous version of Tekla Structures. This means that you cannot use the new layout with older versions of Tekla Structures. You can now continue working with drawing layouts or close the layout editing mode by clicking Close Layout Editor. To add new tables to the drawing layout in the drawing size list, we will have to select a drawing size to which we want to add tables. So let's go ahead and change that to A2. On the Layout Editor ribbon, click then Add Tables. In the Available Tables dialog box, click the table that you want to add. Click the point in the drawing layout where you want to add the table. The tables are automatically anchored to the drawing view frame. The elements that you can add to the drawing layout as tables include template files, .tpl files, but also DWG or DXF files. In case you want to add a DWG or a DXF file, do as follows. Click on Add Tables and then in the search value field type in DWG. Click on that and then select the file that you want to add. Then click on Open. If you want to change the table scale or rotation, you can select the table and add the new scale or rotation values. Please have in mind that you can only edit the scale and rotation of table files, meaning the scale or rotation of .tpl files. So as you can see, you can change the values to 0.7 and rotate to 90 degrees. As you can see, rotation and scale changes are applied to the drawing layout immediately. When you scale or rotate tables, the table remains anchored to the same position. If you also want to allow the table to overlap with the drawing views, select the Overlap with Views checkbox. If you don't select the Overlap with Views checkbox, Tekla Structures keeps the drawing views outside the table area when it creates or recreates drawings. Please also note that overlap changes are applied to the drawing layout only during drawing creation and recreation. To move tables in the drawing layout, click on the table that you want to move, and as you can see, two green handles appear. Pick one of the green handles and then drag and drop the green handle to a new position. The tables are moved to the new position. To remove tables from the drawing layout, we can do one of the following. We can select the table that we don't want, right click and then select delete. But we can also select a table in the tables in use list and press delete on the keyboard. Frames and fold marks can be customized individually for each drawing layout. If you do not want to use the global frame and fold mark properties in a drawing layout, you can adjust the appropriate properties in the drawing size settings dialog box. To bring this up in the Layout Editor's side pane, click the Edit button, as you can see there, on the right side of the drawing size list. In the Sizes in Use section, you can edit the drawing sizes according to your needs. You can add a new drawing size by clicking the plus button under the list of the existing drawing sizes, and as you can see, a new line is added at the bottom of the list of drawing views. You can also adjust the width and height of a drawing size. You can select the drawing size whose width and height you want to modify, and you can double click the width or the height and type in there the new values that you want to add. You can also enable using the drawing size for automatic drawing sizes, if you click the auto size checkbox, and you can also delete a drawing size from the drawing layout. Beneath the sizes in use section, in the frame section, you can adjust the frames. You can select which frames you want to have in the drawing layout. We recommend that you use at least one frame in your drawings. If you want to use only one frame, select the primary frame. If you use fold marks in your drawings, select both the primary and the secondary frames and use the secondary frame as the outer frame. You can type the distances in millimeters or inches between each frame and the left, right, bottom and top edges of the paper. You can also select the color for each frame. If you use fold marks in your drawing's layout, define the fold mark properties. You can type the horizontal and vertical distances between fold marks in millimeters or inches. You can also select the color for the fold marks. To save the settings and close the drawing size settings dialog box, click OK. To adjust the position of drawing views, you will need to have a drawing open. Then you will need to scroll down to see the drawing views section of the layout editor side pane. In the boxes under the margins heading, you can type the horizontal and vertical distances between the outermost drawing view and the drawing edges or the table edges. Please have in mind that Tekla Structures automatically adds 5 mm to the distances that you type. In the boxes under the spaces heading, you can type the horizontal and the vertical spaces between drawing view frames. Please note that the drawing views settings work together with the XS Disable View Centering Drawing Type Advanced option. By setting the values of this advanced option to vertical, horizontal or both, you can disable automatically centering drawing views in horizontal, vertical or both directions. In the Layout Editor side pane, you can show or hide hidden tables, and you can also show or hide table names. All the changes that we made so far are saved to the drawing layout.lay file. All drawings that use the edited layout are automatically updated to match the changes. We can now continue working with drawing layouts or close the layout editing mode by clicking Close Layout Editor. In Tekla Structures 2020, you can display the frames of drawing views when you move the mouse cursor over the frame of a view. The view frames are not displayed by default in the drawings. In Tekla Structures 2020, for assembly drawings, all settings now include the Setting 3D Assembly if you click in the pattern view for the representation of a 3D view assembly drawings. As always, we invite you to try out this new and improved layout editor, and please feel free to get in touch to send us any feedback or questions that you may have, and hope you enjoy this new development.